Okay, today we're going to start out by sitting on the ball. We're going to start out with doing a hula hoop just to kind of warm up through your core. So you're going to do little circles. Imagine you're drawing a circle about as big as like a CD with your tailbone. Your shoulders should stay in place, your head is staying in place, and you're just rolling your hips around. And then we're going to go back around the other way. Do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop in the middle, and then we're going to do a pelvic tilt. So you're going to tuck your tailbone under and forward, and then roll it back. Tuck it forward, roll back. Tuck forward, roll back. And again, see my shoulders and my head, they don't move, but we're getting your back moving. Okay, and then we're going to sit nice and tall in the center again, and we're going to try a seated march. So that means we're going to start challenging your balance a little bit by lifting one leg and then the other. Your core muscles kind of kick in because it's helping you stay on the ball. Let me just do a few more of these. Keep on going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then feet flat on the floor, and we're going to bounce. So you're going to get bouncing just a little bit here. And this is a good one for your spine because it helps kind of get your vertebrae pressing into the discs, and it helps kind of get them all moving and lubricated if they're not feeling very spongy today. So this is a really good one to do. It'll warm up your back. And then we're going to take the bounce back out, and we're going to walk out into a bridge. Okay, so I'm going to turn sideways a little bit so you can see me better for this one. Make sure you have enough room out in front of you to do this one. Clear the space. You're going to walk out so that your head and shoulders are supported by the ball. Okay, and then I want you to lower your hips down toward the floor and squeeze back up. Down, squeeze up. It's important that you keep your head and shoulders supported. Also, notice how I'm not rolling the ball with this when I do it. The wrong way to do it is to kind of get the whole thing going like this. So don't do that. Make sure it's just the hips down and up. And you'll start to feel your glutes working. Let's just do 5 more. Squeeze and squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And then we're going to walk back up to a sitting position. Okay. And then we have a seated exercise where you're going to want a small weight. I think a 5-pound weight would be really good for this one. You're going to sit, and again, we're going to challenge your balance. We're going to take this weight and we're going to press it up overhead, and at the same time, you're going to lift your opposite foot off the floor. And so you're going to press up and come back down. And press and down. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then we'll switch to the other side. Same thing over here. Press up, take it down. Up and down. 5 left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay, we're going to go back out into a bridge, and for this one, you're going to, again, we'll use a weight, just one weight, because we're going to like offset your balance, so it's going to be going out to the side. Make it a little trickier, work your core. We're going to do a fly. So you're going to do is walk out here again so that your head and shoulders are supported. You want to keep your glutes tight so you're in a straight line from your shoulder to your hip to your knee. Stay in this position. Don't let your butt come down toward the floor. And then you've got your weight. You're going to start it out up here. My elbow has just a tiny bit of a bend in it. I'm going to do is hinge from my shoulder out to the side and bring it back up. And take it down and up. And when you're doing these, be careful you don't go too far with your shoulder. Don't go as far down as you possibly can. You want to stop when your arm is parallel to the floor out there. I'm starting out with a 5-pound weight on this one. You can work yourself up to a heavier weight if you want to, but it's probably a good spot to start with is a 5. Okay, then we're going to do is switch over to the other side and repeat that exercise. And if you want to think about your breathing, if these feel hard, you can do the inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Inhale, exhale. Still keeping your hips up. Doing these slow and controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you're tired, you can come back up for a second and give yourself a break from the bridge. Okay, and then I'm going to have you do also a pullover. You can use this weight again, or you might want to go up a notch to a little bit heavier weight for this one. Back in your bridge. This time you're going to hold the weight with both hands by the ends like this. Starting out here, and we're going to reach it over till your arms again are like parallel to the floor and bring it back up. So you're going to inhale, exhale, down and up. Just one more time. And up. Bring that weight back to your chest, and you can come back up to sitting. And then we're going to do a couple of stretches so you can set your weight down. Put your feet out nice and wide, hands on your knees, and keeping your back straight. You want to hinge from your hips, come on down so your back is parallel to the floor. Think about lengthening your spine, reaching out through the top of your head, reaching straight back with your tailbone. You get a stretch in the backs of your legs and in your glutes. Okay, and then I'm going to have you put your hands to the floor and let your back round a little bit, and you hang your head down toward the floor and look at the ball. Good, then bring your hands back up to your knees and slowly come back up to sitting. You can walk your feet back in, just roll your shoulders back and relax. For this next section, we're going to be down on the floor. You're going to want a mat, and you're going to want some weights. I'm going to use the 5-pound again. A lot of these, the 5 will be a good size for you to start with, and you can work your way up to your 8-pound weight. We're going to start by getting on your hands and knees like this, and we're going to be lifting your weight up and out to the side, so we're using your upper back, your trapezius muscles, like that. Your elbow is slightly bent. Now I want you to add, if you can, is the opposite leg going to the back so that we work the core more and you work on some balance. That would look like this. Arm up, leg up. Bring them back down. Lifting them out to parallel, bringing them back down. Now if this is way too hard for you to balance, work on the upper body strength with this one, and we'll work on some bird dogs separately a little bit later, and then you can put it together when you start to feel more comfortable with it. Let's just do a couple more. Okay, and then we're going to try that again on the other side. Same thing. Abdominals tight, leg extends back as the arm goes out to the side. And we're going to do 10 of these. Three more, and two, and one. Okay. And then the next exercise, we'll switch back to the other side. Same idea, you're going to have opposite arm and leg moving at the same time. And we're going to instead do a tricep kickback. So for this one, it's important that you get your arm up here and keep your elbow up next to your body. And your kickback is just extending that arm back here for a tricep and bringing it back down to here. Okay. And then put it together. You're going to extend the arm and leg back like that. Two more. Okay, and then we'll switch into the other side. Same thing, make sure you keep your elbow up, extend and bend. Both of them go straight back at the same time if that helps you think about how to coordinate that. Again, if you're having any trouble with the coordination and you just want to work on the arms first, that's totally fine. Eventually, you'll be able to do this if you have any difficulties when you first get started. Straight back, work that tricep. One more, press it back, and stop there. Good. Okay, we're going to set the weight off to the side for this next one. We're going to start out by sitting back into child's pose. So you're going to sit back on your heels, bring your head down toward the floor, and we are going to go from this position to a plank on your knees. And then you're going to do one push-up, down, press up. And then you sit back and stretch. And do that again. Come on forward, down, and up. Stretch back. And incorporate some breathing. You're going to inhale down, exhale up, and back. And forward, and down, and up, and back. Keep on going. We've got 5 more to go. Inhale, exhale, stretch, forward. Inhale, exhale, stretch back, come forward. 3, and 2, and last one. Good, and then sit back and stay here for a stretch. And then we're going to come to your hands and knees again. And this time, no weight necessary. We're going to do a bird dog. So here's where we'll work on our balance in our bird dog a little bit more. Your arm will be out here. Opposite leg starts out here, so straight out, reaching in both directions. And then you're going to bring your hand to meet your knee right underneath you and reach back out. And touch your knee and reach out. Try that 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to hold it out here nice and straight for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hand and knee back to the floor. And we'll do the other side. So again, we'll start out here and 10 times touching your knee. Touch it in, reach it out, and in and out. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to hold it out there. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hand and knee back on the floor. And then let's just stretch your back up like this. And then arch your back and look up. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and lie down onto your tummy. And we're going to do some back extensions. So we're working on the low back here. You're going to start out with your hands like this. And you're going to keep your nose pointed down toward the floor. You lift your face and your chest and your arms up and back down. Up and down, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Now, if this feels easy, you want to make it harder. You want to reach your arms out here. And that makes it a lot more intense because now you have to lift the weight of your arms out here. So you can either have them in or you can reach them out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good job. Come back up to your hands and knees. Sit back and stretch. And then we're going to do a couple of planks. We're going to do those on our elbows, okay? Let's start out again laying on our belly. That way you can go from here. You can tighten your abdominals and just lift your hips off the floor so you're on your elbows and knees. Now, if this feels hard enough for starters, you can just hold it like this. If it feels like that's too easy, you want to make it a little harder, try to keep your shoulders down away from your ears and bring your knees off the floor. Pull your tummy in. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. And stay up here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rest. Okay, and we'll do that again. So again, starting up to your knees first. And then if you want, go up to the toes and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And one more plank. Ready? Knees, toes, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Come on down. And then we're going to do a couple of exercises on your side. So you're going to turn to your side. Make sure your elbow is lined up right underneath your shoulder. We're going to do these off of our knee. It's a side plank. It's really hard off of your feet. If you want to work up to doing it this way, you can, but I would definitely start out with on your knee. And you're just going to lift yourself up to a straight line and back down. And up and down. Five more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's hold it up at the top. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. Now another exercise we'll do on this side before we do the other side is you're going to bring your knees forward so you have a right angle at your hip and your knee. And if you've got your weight, you might want to use it. Maybe you don't want it right away, but eventually this would be a good thing to add with put the weight right here. You're going to go all the way down so you can rest your head on your arm. That keeps your back in a better alignment. And with or without the weight on your knee, you're going to keep your feet together and you're going to lift your knee up and down. Don't let your hips rock back. Keep them stacked up nice and straight. For 3 more. 2 and 1. All right, great. And we're going to do both of those exercises one more time on your other side. So turn yourself around. Ready for the planks first? Make sure your elbow is underneath your shoulder. Starting off doing these off of our knee, and we're just going to lift up and down, and lift and down. 5 more times. Last one, and then we're going to do the hold. So come on up and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on down. And then we've got our clams. So you're going to lay all the way down, bring your knees forward so you have that right angle at your hip and your knee. Feet stay together. Wait if you want to make it harder. And we're going to go open, closed, up and down. No rocking the hips back. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're finished with this segment. You need to get your roller for the next part. All right, now we're ready for the roller. I'm going to have you do is sit at the very end of it and lay back so your head is resting at the other end. So get yourself situated here. Make sure that you're at the very end so that your head isn't hanging off. I mean, if you're shorter, you don't need to worry about that too much, but some people do. All right, so here we are. We're laying on the roller. It's supporting our spine. You're going to take your arms up and then open them out to the sides and just let them hang. We're trying to stretch out through your shoulders a little bit and the front of your chest. And if your elbows can get all the way to the floor, that's awesome. Relax. All right, and then we're going to come back up, reach the ceiling, and reach over toward the floor, trying to reach your thumbs to the floor overhead. So if you can find the floor back there. Again, this good stretch for your shoulders. And bring it back up. And then we're going to place your hands palms down out at about a 45-degree angle to your body. Because now we're going to work on the core a little bit. We're going to get our balance here laying on the roller. We're going to take one foot up, bring the other foot up next to it, and then put that foot back down, and then the other foot. So we're going to keep going with the same foot. So it's going to be left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Again, left and right, left down, right down, and up and up and down and down. One more time, up and up and down and down. And then right leg leads, doing the same thing. So we go up and down and down. Again, up and down and down. Up, down, down. 2 more, up, down, and down. Last time, it's up, and down, and down. And relax. Okay, next one, we're going to start with both feet off of the floor. So this one's tricky, but still you have your hands here so you can use them a little bit. We're going to bring your feet back up so that your knees are directly above your hips. Keep your feet together, and then we're going to straighten your legs toward the ceiling as best as you can and bring them back down. And straighten and bend. And straighten and bend. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, feet back to the floor. And then we're going to roll off the roller. So you're just going to roll off to one side. You fall right off of there. And we are going to try next is holding the roller with your hands while you're laying on your back. So I'm going to lay down again. You're going to bring this roller up like this. Again, we're going to pick up our feet so that your knees are directly above your hips. And we're going to hold the roller in place and drop your knees over to one side as far as you can without tipping over. And then you're going to pull your knees back up to the middle. And then you're going to go over to the other side and bring them back up to the middle. Now, if that's way too hard for you to do when you first start, you can set your roller down and start with your arms out here on the floor when you're doing your twists. Okay? Otherwise, the roller makes it harder because then you can't cheat with your arms. And you go off to one side and back up. When you're doing these, I like to coach people to breathe like this. You're going to inhale on the way over, exhale, come back up. Inhale, take it over, exhale, back up. Just a couple more. And one last time. All right, back to the center, and your feet are down. All right, for this next one, you won't need the roller. Set it right here next to you so it doesn't get away. We're going to need it again in a little while. I'm going to have you put one foot up toward the ceiling, and we're going to do a single leg bridge. So we're starting out here. You're going to lift your butt up, squeeze the glutes, and come back down. And lift and down. 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's switch feet. And do that again. Ready, and lift up and down and squeeze and down. Five more to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Bring your foot back down. Hug your knees into your chest. And release your feet. All right, then what we're going to do is roll to your side, come on back up. And we're going to come to our knees. We're going to grab the roller and do a little bit of stretching to finish up. So holding on to the roller for balance, you're going to place one foot out here, and we're going to slowly move your hips down and forward. And what we're trying to do is stretch down here in the hip flexors, but this roller just kind of helps support you and keep you from feeling like you're going to tip over. Okay? Good. And then you're going to shift your weight back, extend your leg out straight, toes are pointed up, knee is straight. Put your roller right out here by your foot and place both hands on top of your roller and then just hinge forward from your hips. So you're lengthening your spine and you're stretching your hamstrings. And then come on back up. You're going to put your knee back on the mat. We're going to go over to the other side. And we're going to do the same thing over here, using this for balance. You bring your hips down and forward, stretch out through your hip flexors. Pull your shoulders back. And then we're going to shift the weight back, extend the leg, toes are up. Roller is out here by your foot, hands on top. And hold it here for a stretch again. All right, come on back up. And then what we're going to do is use the roller to help us get up to standing. It's great for that. Hands on top, come on up to standing. You're going to pick up your roller. We're going to do a few more stretches for upper body. So bring it up here and pull back, stretching through the shoulders. I'm going back past my ears as far as I can, okay? And then what I'm going to do next is tip to one side, and I kind of press with the top hand, pushing the other hand down. And come back up, and let's do that to the other side. Press. Good, back up to the center. And then keeping it directly above you, you're going to rotate. And we're going to rotate the other way too. Back to the middle. Bring your roller down here, and then we're just going to swing it out from side to side. Relax. One more swing, and then we're all done. That's it. Great job.